this video, we're taking 16 of the biggest clubs in the world to simulate the ultimate Champions League. But for every single match, I'm gonna spin this wheel to decide which FIFA game to use, and the year we land on will change everything, because if Manchester United lands on FIFA 08, they get the Ballon d'Or winning prime Cristiano Ronaldo, but if the wheel hits FC 24, they get Anthony spinning in circles and Harry Maguire defending the wrong goal. So, nearly 20 years of football history, 16 legendary clubs. Let's get started with our first matchup, which is Real Madrid versus Ajax. Now, the earliest game we have on the wheel is FIFA 08, but the wheel lands on FIFA 19. This is absolutely the best way to open up the video, because if you don't remember, this is the legendary Streets Won't Forget squad featuring Tadic, Van de Beek, Ziyech, De Jong, De Ligt, Onana, with head coach Erik ten Hag, that defeated this Real Madrid squad 4-1 at the Bernabeu in the round of 16. Real had a 78 rated Vini Jr. on the left wing and no Ronaldo because he had moved on to Juve. Now with the kickoff, let's see if history will repeat itself once more. This match was all about the Ajax defense. They fended off attack after attack while looking like they may hit one on the counter and snatch the win. However, it was the ageless wonder Luka Modric striking it past Onana near post in the final minute of the match to win it for Real Madrid. But Ajax looked really solid. They had a high pressing line that gave Real Madrid a lot of trouble. Now we'll switch over to the other side of the tree and do Bayern versus Arsenal. Arsenal surely won't want FIFA 16 here, because in 2017, so the 16-17 season, they had lost a total of 10-2. But here they get lucky with FIFA 12. Things are about to get real nostalgic as we fire up the old PS3. Oh boy, just look at these old menus. Most of you guys probably haven't even seen this. This game's so old that Mikel Arteta's not the manager. He's actually playing in the starting 11. There's Robin van Persie, 86 rated, the captain, Gervinho, Theo Walcott. Here's another Streets Won't Forget player, Arshavin. Then switching over to Bayern, we've got Manuel Neuer, 86 rated, in goal. Look at this team. Prime Robin, Prime Ribéry, Mario Gomez is the striker. Now this was Robin van Persie's best ever season, and FIFA 12 was all about pace, so very fast wingers on both sides. Let's see how this one plays out. The match for the most part was a snooze fest, with Mario Gomez getting the best chance with this shot in the 50th minute. As soon as I thought this was gonna end 0-0, Gervinho got to walk past the sliding Batstuber to score the first goal of the match. What the heck was that? Shortly after though, Bayern came back when Frank Ribéry found Thomas Müller in the box, who one-timed it past Szczesny to tie things at 1-1. So extras were needed, and Van Persie decided to catch fire as he scored quickly to give Arsenal the lead. Then he scored once more to widen the lead further. Bayern didn't give up though. Substitute Olic scored to make it a one-goal game. Can they come back? And the answer was no. They couldn't, because this final effort from Ribéry time traveled to knock me out of my chair. So Arsenal win the match 3-2. Arsenal moves on. Now we go back to this side, AC Milan versus Liverpool. Now the best FIFA for these two would have been FIFA 2004 because of that epic 2005 Champions League final. But we get FIFA 15, so we'll have to watch two strikers that flop big time. The former Liverpool striker Torres was newly signed by AC Milan, while the former Milan striker Balotelli had just joined Liverpool. Now I thought we had the first highlight of the match when Milan was awarded this free kick, because Keisuke Honda was on the ball, but then he did this. He crossed it. Come on. So as this snooze fest seemed like it was going to end goalless with penalties on the horizon, Balotelli scored in the final seconds of extra time. No way! Finally, something happened in this match. So with the final whistle, Balotelli has won it. I almost fell asleep. So Liverpool are moving on with the 1-0 win. They're going to face Real Madrid in the next round. But for now, we're moving on to Inter Milan versus Atletico. And it sounds like we might get another snooze fest, but hopefully it'll be a better match on FIFA 14. Now, this isn't the year you were hoping for if you're an Inter fan, because this squad finished 5th in Serie A. They had a 71 rated Jonathan playing on the right. The captain Cambiaso only rated 78. You've got Kuzmanovic rated 75. Atletico Madrid, on the other hand, I believe was at its peak with this squad. They won La Liga with 90 points. They have David Villa and Diogo Costa up front. At prime, Arda Turan. Koke is there, as he always was. Courtois is in goal. So the cards are stacked big time in Atletico's favor. It would be an upset if Inter Milan pulls off the win here. So Atletico was putting the pressure early on, but David Villa's bicycle kick attempt was parried away away by Handanovic. I have to say I'm impressed with the gameplay. The Inter Milan keeper was trying his best to keep his side in it, but a well-struck ball from Thiago finally got past him to give Atletico the lead, and it was still all Atleti till the end of the match, so Diego Costa added one more goal in the 85th as Atletico Madrid went on to win the contest pretty comfortably. So this was a case of one team getting really unlucky with the wheel, where the other one got really lucky. Next, we'll have Juve versus Dortmund. Anything prior to FIFA 15 was when Jurgen Klopp was managing Dortmund, but we get FIFA 18. Now look at this Juve squad. Buffon in goal, Higuain up front rated 90 overall, Dybala, Marchisio, Matuidi. The team looks really solid, but this was also the team Cristiano Ronaldo scored his iconic overhead kick against. And here's the Dortmund squad they're going to be facing. A 96 pace Aubameyang up front with Marco Reus on the left and a young Ousmane Dembele on the right. The midfield is meh, the defense is okay. Regardless though, I'm expecting a lot of goals in this match. And we nearly started with a goal when this play shot from Costa sailed off target just over the crossbar. Then it was none other than Higuain missing the best chance of the match. How did Higuain ever manage to get a 90 rating?
Ni idea, boludo.
And with that, we headed into extras where again no goals were scored. So it looks like we get to watch penalties. Dybala's first. And Dybala scores. Marco Reus for Dortmund. What's with the run-up? Buffon saves? The animations, the run-up animation, that was so strange. Here's Pjanic for Juve. He scores. Look, again, Oba. What's with that run-up? But he does score, though. Bürki has to save this, and he can't. So Juve are moving on. What a snooze fest, though. Holy. Next, we've got Chelsea versus Benfica. One of Jose Mourinho's old teams versus his current team, and the game is FIFA 13. So in FIFA 13, this is what the Chelsea squad looked like. Fernando Torres up front, Eden Hazard's there, rated 87, Petr Cech in goal. Then on the other side, this is what Benfica looks like. Matic is there, 75 rated. This is the year before he moved to Chelsea. My PS3 sounds like a jet engine. It's about to take off. Now, this is also the year where Ramirez for Chelsea was really broken, a center midfield with 88 pace that could just sprint for 90 minutes. But once this game got underway, it was all Benfica from the start, and they were awarded a very interesting penalty near the end of the first half. John Terry just couldn't believe it. Oscar Cardoso then scored the penalty to send the Portuguese side up by a goal into the dressing rooms. But then Chelsea woke up in the second half, with Fernando Torres nearly scoring the equalizer here. How did he miss that? They kept attacking, and finally it would be Nemanja Matic scoring a nice header into his own goal to tie the match at 1-1. Now this might have been the actual reason why Chelsea bought Matic in the first place. The match then ended up going into extra time where Juan Mata scored this beautiful free kick to win it for the English side. Now with Chelsea advancing into the next round, we have the Manchester derby. Man City will be in big trouble if the wheel lands on FIFA 08, but we get FIFA 20. In FIFA 20, City is rated 5 stars, while Manchester United is rated 4.5 stars. The Manchester City side looks absolutely stacked with Aguero up front. You've got a really solid midfield, really solid backline. Zinchenko's the one dragging everybody down, but Ederson's rated 88 in goal. Now on the flip side, Manchester United look mediocre, with De Gea in goal at least rated 88. But here's the deal. In the 2019-2020 season with Ole Gunnar as the manager, Manchester United beat City 3 times in real life. So let's see if we'll get a similar result now in FIFA 20. Well, the Red Devils scored the first goal of the match when the City defense gave Marcus Rashford way too much space. That was a really well struck ball by Marcus Rashford. City nearly equalized late in the second half when Kevin De Bruyne stole it away from McTominay and crossed it into Aguero, but he failed to put it past De Gea. But right after, a huge mistake from the goalkeeper had Bernardo Silva intercepting the ball, which was then crossed in by Kevin De Bruyne, and a young Phil Foden tapped in the ball to tie the match at 1-1. Then on the last play of the match, Kevin De Bruyne did this. An amazing one-time volley smashed into the back of the net had City come back to defeat United 2-1 in Istanbul. So City are moving on to face Juve in the next round as we now move on to the final matchup, PSG versus Barcelona. Now we all know about La Remontada, which happened in the 2016-17 season, so that's FIFA 17. If we get FIFA 18, that's the year Neymar joined PSG. But if we get FIFA 22, that's the year Messi joined the French side. But it's not any of those. It's FIFA 16. Now, the squads are pretty much the same as FIFA 17, but Barca will have Dani Alves as the right back instead of Sergio Roberto. On the other side for PSG here, they'll have Zlatan as the striker. So this is basically La Remontada with a 44-year-old Zlatan against the 38-year-old Messi. I guess the game dynamically calculated the age back then. Regardless, it was none other than Leo Messi leading the charge for Barca, finding Luis Suarez in the box like he did so many other times for an easy tap-in. And guys, it's only the 3rd minute. The goal must have upset Zlatan because he nearly broke Mascherano's leg with this tackle. No booking though. Then Verratti nearly equalized for the French side after some nice passing from them, but Bravo made a good save. In the second half, Zlatan was practicing his karate skills once more. This time on Iniesta, and he looked very confused as to why he was receiving the yellow card. Then the next sequence couldn't be any more identical, with Zlatan leaving it to Verratti once again, and his shot this time struck the crossbar and went out of play. Alex Song, who came on for Busquets, then made this tackle on Stambouli and was sent off with a straight red. So this set piece was very crucial for PSG, but the ball flew over Zlatan's head and the game ended 1-0 in favor of Barcelona. Now with Barcelona advancing, our quarterfinal matchups are all set, so we've now got Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool's lucky because FIFA 18 is no longer on the wheel. We get FIFA 23 instead. I say they're lucky because that was the year when Karius was in goal, and we all know about his blunders when the two teams faced each other in that season. Now, FIFA 23 will still be interesting because Real Madrid came back from being down 2-0 at Anfield to beat Liverpool 5-2. Now, you see Liverpool's FIFA 23 starting 11 as we pay our respects to Diogo Jota. Meanwhile, at Real Madrid, Vini Jr. has moved up from 78 overall to 86 overall from the last time we saw him at the beginning of the video. So Real Madrid got off to a really quick start with Modric feeding Benzema inside the box for the first goal. Then the same pair combined again, but this time it was Benzema assisting Modric as he made it 2-0. Then Darwin Núñez responded for Liverpool with a similar goal as he cut his team's deficit to 1. But the Benzema-Modric duo was at it for a 3rd time as the Croatian maestro scored with a nice trivela to make it 3-1. Now it seemed like this FIFA was the year of the short passing because just as the last 4 goals, this 5th goal came after a ton of short passes again. So with the final whistle, Liverpool get absolutely destroyed. So Real Madrid becomes our first semi-finalist, and we move on to Arsenal versus Atletico now. I mean, for this matchup, there's not much to say. Anything past FC24 favors Arsenal, I think, and we get FC25. So in FC25, Arsenal don't have Gyökeres, they don't have Zubimendi in midfield, and they don't have Hincapié in defense. And then here's a 4.5-star Atletico. They have De Paul in midfield still. Their defense is completely different almost, and they don't have Lookman on the left. Now, one thing that's very interesting is that when we last saw Arsenal, Arteta was a player. Now he's going to be the manager in this match, and it would be his team striking first in the 27th minute as Merino assisted Martinelli for the finish. Then the Brazilian had a great chance to extend the lead to 2, but Oblak made an incredible save. In the second half, it was more Arsenal with Mikel Merino beating the offside trap on Saka's pass to make it 2-0, and that would also end up being the final score of the match. Arsenal win, and they become our second semi-finalist. Now we move on to Juve versus Manchester City. Now, if you're Manchester City, you don't want FIFA 08 or FIFA 09. And the wheel lands on FIFA 21. Now, this is good for both sides because Juve is pretty strong with a 92 rated Cristiano Ronaldo. But on the flip side, Man City has been really strong every year after FIFA 12 or 13. And Manchester City got the first big chance of the match with some great back and forth passing between Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. But Silva's shot was saved by Szczesny. Shortly after was Silva again showing some great feet and finding Agüero, who one-timed it into the back of the net to give City the 1-goal lead. However, Juve started the second half strong. Cristiano Ronaldo was played in through on goal, and he made no mistake to tie the match at 1-1. It just had to be him. Su! With Juventus dominating the second half, 15 minutes later from scoring his first, Cristiano Ronaldo scored the second goal to turn the game on its head and gave his side the 2-1 lead. When he catches fire, he becomes unstoppable, so this is no surprise. And there's a third! That's the hat trick! I think my OBS messed up and we barely got to see the goal, but here it is again. Incredible footwork, and That's the hat trick right there. And there goes the final whistle. Juventus has knocked out Manchester City. Or should we say Cristiano Ronaldo knocked out Manchester City? He's going to be facing his former club. Or actually, he won't be, because there's not a single game left on the wheel where he's part of Juve. Now, I could totally be mistaken, but we'll find out soon enough. First, we got to play Chelsea versus Barcelona. Now, guys, if we get FIFA 09 here, it's going to be fireworks. If you're old enough, you'll remember the 2009 semifinal where Chelsea were absolutely robbed. They had 2 clear penalties not called, and there was no VAR, obviously, back then. So let's see if the FIFA gods will give us FIFA 09, and they will. So it's time for some real nostalgia again on the PS3. Prime Petr Cech in goal, 88 rated. This Chelsea squad looks absolutely stacked. Drogba at striker, 87. Lampard, 86. Ballack, 85. John Terry rated 88. Then on the other side, Barcelona also look really stacked. A 20-year-old Lionel Messi, rated 90 overall. Thierry Henry's there. Samuel Eto'o's the striker. Xavi Iniesta, arguably the best Barcelona side ever. The old favela arena. Oh, look how amazing these graphics are. Is it the same ref? It's not. I had to pick a side, otherwise I couldn't pick the right teams. But now I'm not controlling anybody. And let's see how this one goes. Chelsea had the first big chance, but Anelka's header just sailed high off target. But the Frenchman wouldn't miss for a second time, as this first time effort got past the goalkeeper to give the English side the lead. Then right before the halftime whistle, Didier Drogba leaped and headed Lampard's cross in emphatically to make it 2-0. Is Chelsea about to get their revenge? It sure looks like it from the first 45. The onslaught continued into the second half when Florent Malouda found himself on a one-on-one, and he made no mistake to make it 3-0. Didier Drogba then nearly made it 4, but showed mercy by not taking a shot right here. Eventually, Anelka's header was saved by Valdez, but when the final whistle blew, Barcelona was relieved that the match was over because Chelsea dominated every single minute. I think this was the most dominant win of the video so far. Chelsea absolutely annihilated Barcelona. So Chelsea's win sets up the Northwest London derby, but we'll first play the Real Madrid versus Juventus semi-final. With 6 games remaining on the wheel, there's a 50% chance that we'll get to see Ronaldo play, and it's FIFA 17. And guys, just look how amazing these menus look on a 10-year-old game. We actually have a nice and colorful football pitch showing us the starting 11, and what a starting 11 this is for Real Madrid. Ronaldo rated 94, Benzema up front 87, Bale 90 overall. Look at this midfield. James Rodriguez 87 overall, Ramos is 89, Pepe's 88. Very strong looking team right here. Now Juventus is not bad either. The legendary BBC backline with my brother, of course, Ghiellini there. Buffon's the captain, rated 88. Higuain's also 88. Paulo Dybala rated 85. The midfield, Dani Alves. This is more like a 5-3-2 with 2 wingbacks. Alexandro's on the other side, but the lowest rated player is Khedira at 83. So a clash of 2 titans. This is the repeat of the 2017 Cardiff final. Ronaldo scored 2 goals, I believe, and they won the match 4-1. Now, let's find out whether we'll have a repeat here or whether Juve will become our first finalist. And it wouldn't take Real Madrid long to strike, as Cristiano Ronaldo calmly placed this shot past Buffon to make it 1-0. Again. Juve were complaining about a foul earlier in the play though. And the Italians were close to equalizing in the second half, but Pjanic was denied not once but twice by Keylor Navas. Navas. Then with a glorious chance to put the game to bed, Toni Kroos missed this opportunity in unbelievable fashion. How did he miss that? Shortly after, Isco had a go, but Gigi Buffon made a nice save to keep his team in it. Then with the clock winding down, Chiellini joined the attack and played Higuain in throw on goal, but the Argentine missed the target. What a match! The FIFA 17 sim, the gameplay. It looks amazing. And with that, Real Madrid won the match with Ronaldo's lone goal to advance into the final. Now, despite the game ending 1-0, that was a really fun contest. The FIFA 17 sim was probably the best out of the bunch to me so far. Now, it's Arsenal versus Chelsea. I think the best case scenario for Arsenal is FC 24 or FIFA 22. But we get FIFA 08. And in FIFA 08, Arsenal are rated 4.5 stars. This, I believe, is life after Thierry Henry. As you see up front, you've got Van Persie and Eduardo. In midfield, you've got Cesc Fabregas, who just joined Arsenal from Barca. The defense is decent, but the left back, Ashley Cole, moved to Chelsea, and he's still hated to this day, being called Cashley Cole. And there he is at left back for Chelsea. Petr Cech was 89. John Terry's 89. We did just see Chelsea in FIFA 09, and it's pretty much the same team. There's no Anelka. Joe Cole's on the right wing. Frank Lampard's rated a little bit lower. Now, there's one little issue in FIFA 08, and it's that you can't select the stadium for kickoff. So this match will be played at Emirates, but at least Chelsea have the better team. So let's see how it goes and who our second finalist will be. Let's just say the simulation, in contrast to FIFA 17, wasn't the best in this game, with nothing much happening in the first 45. Yeah, I mean, the stats are telling the same story. Then we finally had the first shot of the match here. Woohoo! Alright, can Chelsea get something going here? It's the final attack, I would say, and this game just has been terrible. What was that? The cross hit the inside of the top corner and stayed out. All right, it's the last minute. Drogba's header. Lehmann saves it. Easy save. Then finally, a decent attempt by Fabregas in extra time was very well saved by Cech, and the game ultimately went to penalties. So it looks like we get to watch penalty kicks in FIFA 08. Gilberto Silva scores. Michael Ballack for Chelsea scores as well. Will Van Persie miss? He doesn't. I thought Cech saved it. Now it's Floran Malouda, and Lehmann saves. Eduardo, the Croatian, the first Brazilian who represented some random, different country, I think. He scores. Didier Drogba hits the crossbar. Arsenal are about to go into the final, but Cech makes the save on Fabregas. Now it's Cashley Cole. And he can't score. And Arsenal win on penalties. So for the first time in 20 years, Arsenal are in a Champions League final, and it'll be against Real Madrid. Last time it was against Barcelona, where they lost 2-1. I think Arsenal's biggest chance is with FC 24, but the wheel lands on FIFA 11. So Real Madrid, Casillas is the captain, rated 89. Cristiano Ronaldo appears to be 87 rated, but he's actually 89. Whatever position you put players in mattered for their overall ratings back then. So for instance, at striker, he's rated 90 overall, but we're not going to change the positions. We'll leave them as they were. Higuain's the striker, Kaká's right behind him, Ronaldo on the left, Mesut Özil on the right, Xabi Alonso, Sami Khedira in midfield, young Marcelo on the left, and Sergio Ramos at right back. Now Arsenal are rated 4.5 stars. Their goalkeeper, Almunia, might give them a lot of problems, as he used to back in the day. There aren't too many alternatives. A young Szczesny was rated only 69 overall, and Fabianski was rated 73. But the rest of the defense looks pretty solid. The captain, Fabregas, was the highest rated player, along with Andrei Arshavin. Robin Van Persie, 85 rated at center forward, but 84 at striker. A fast, young Theo Walcott on the right wing. Samir Nasri playing center mid, along with Song. Now this one is for all the marbles. Will it be the real-life Champions League kings, Real Madrid, or the underdogs, the master of Wenger ball, Arsenal, winning their first ever title? And guys, if you're still watching and enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hype the video. I think on mobile devices you can hype the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. And now it's time to crown a champion. Let's see how this goes. So Arsenal got off to a really quick start with Van Persie playing a quick 1-2 with Samir Nasri, followed by a solid finish to go up by 1. Here's Kaká. Higuain. That was a good save by Almunia. Arsenal's trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Higuain crosses it. Kaká's header with Almunia again. Here's Mesut Özil, Vermaelen with a good tackle, but Özil still has the ball. The cross to Ronaldo. What a terrible shot. And Arsenal got off to a really quick start in the second half as well, with Fabregas stealing the ball away after a shot was blocked. Then somehow it falls to Theo Walcott, who scores to make it 2-0. Real Madrid now have a huge hill to climb. Theo Walcott, the cross. Diarra lost it to Shamak. And Shamak misses. That would have been the end of it for Real Madrid. But here comes Karim Benzema. Here's Lassana Diarra. Benzema. Almunia makes a good save. Now the corner kick comes in, and it's Benzema getting the header, but Almunia with another good save. He's standing tall. Casillas is there. Xabi Alonso with the corner kick. Casillas with the header. Falls to Ronaldo. His shot gets blocked. Benzema goes down. No call. Ronaldo's cross. Benzema scores in the final minute. But is there enough time? Will this be the end of it for Real Madrid? Shamak takes it away. Pepe, Ronaldo, the counter-attack, maybe, but the ref blows the whistle, and Arsenal have done it. They are your winners of the Ultimate Champions League. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll enjoy this one as well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.